Hello, this is Dan Ferrisi, Editor-in-Chief with Commercial Integrator here at the HDBaseT Alliance booth at InfoComm 2023, chatting with thought leaders and leading companies here on the show floor. So naturally, we want to talk to Omer Brookstein from Xyte. Thank you so much for joining me, Omer. It's always nice to see you.
Hey, Dan, it's a pleasure as always. Thank you so much for having us.
So if we're talking about Xyte, we're talking about integrator empowerment. Can you talk a little bit about integrator empowerment and hardware as a service and how you're empowering integrators to do what they do better than they ever could before?
Yeah, so Xyte develops an infrastructure technology that enables integrators, managed service providers, and their respected OEMs to essentially cloudify their operation or move their operation to the cloud and be way more efficient when they're remotely supporting their customers, roll less trucks to their customers while delivering much superior support for their end customers. I think it's essentially taking what they're doing today in an offline and less efficient way and just cloudify that, making that or doing that in a much more efficient way that will be better for them and their customers.
So I know one of your big news stories here is the number of partnerships that Xyte is forging, important partnerships with leaders just like yourselves. Do you want to talk a bit about those partners?
Absolutely. You know, Dan, I've been in this industry for so many years, and I've seen that industry transform from analog to digital, from coax to HDBaseT category, AV or IP. And I think we're now on the cusp of that, another epic market transition, where these device manufacturers get their devices and their business to the cloud. And it's very clear to see that this industry is going cloud and big time. And we see that with Legrand and Wirestorm and Avocor and Symmetrics and M-Solution here, the HDBaseT, AV Pro Edge, and a bunch of others, kind of forward-thinking companies taking their devices to the cloud. And by them developing and connecting their devices to the cloud, they're ensuring the success, not only for their business, but for their channel partners and industry partners' business as well.
Now, yesterday there was a really important event involving Intel that you were a big part of as well. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, so we were very fortunate to be friends with Intel, right? And Intel's VP of GM and VP of the NUC business, the mini PCs that Intel manufactured, Brian McCarson, came all the way from Phoenix, especially for InfoComm. You know, when you look around at InfoComm, almost every UC device, many of the displays, they have Intel NUC or Intel technology embedded into them. So this is a very important industry for Intel. And we had a chance to talk to Brian and see how Intel, as a forward-thinking manufacturer, how they're moving their business into as a service, you know, selling the edge devices on a subscription-based, enabling more advanced services based on their devices. And I think it's important because all the other device manufacturers, all the other OEMs, us as an industry, can look at Intel and what they're doing and learn a lot from their process and see and kind of follow their steps on this path.
Absolutely. So I would be remiss to note we're in front of the Powerwall here. Mm-hmm. So what is here from the Powerwall on behalf of Xyte? Anything you want to highlight in this case?
I think the most exciting thing that we do with the HDBaseT Alliance and Valence is that we natively support, you know, the HDBaseT 3, the new standard. And every OEM that is leveraging HDBaseT 3 now can get the reference design and the reference codes directly from the great guys at Valence and really cloudify its devices a lot easier. And once again, added all these great features to his integrators and end users.
Cloudification, I think you have your finger right on the pulse of where this industry is going. I think you're a leader in pushing us in that direction, so I give Xyte and you a lot of credit for that. And I thank you very much for taking time to join us here today and share some of that thought leadership with our broad audience.
Thank you so much, Dan. It's such a pleasure, as always.
Always nice to see you, Omer. Omer Brookstein of Xyte. My name is Dan Ferrisi, Editor-in-Chief with Commercial Integrator, working, as always, in partnership with the HDBaseT Alliance to talk to thought leaders at shows like InfoComm 2023.